Hello. My name is Dr. Umbrage from FSPEN Clinic. Welcome. Yeah, that's me. Welcome to today's session. How's everyone doing? Yes. Hello, hello. You like my new fit? Thank you for the asset. Damn, it took me like 15 minutes to figure out this. I'm so grateful that they separated a lot of layers, but I was like, shit, what am I supposed to use from here? It was like separated into like 6 different pieces. I was like, that's a lot. But yeah. Welcome, guys. Let me take this off. Unpinned message. Okay. Yeah. Well, it has been a while since we've last done our Cosmic Counsel session. Wait, am I thinking? なんか若干ずれてるわ。気になる。でも直せないわ今から。Maybe I can. Maybe I can fix it a bit. Why did it look a little bit? Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay, that's better. Okay, we're back. But yeah, if you guys have noticed or if you guys have not noticed, Cosmic Counsel submissions are paused for the moment because some of the Cosmic Counsel submissions that we are going to be going over today are from 2 months ago. Sorry, Dr. Umbrage is very popular and I'm a very busy man. Yes. Unlike Nayuta Umbrage, I'm a man, yes. Nayuta Umbrage is an alien, but Dr. Umbrage is Dr. Umbrage, yeah. I'm a very busy man, so I can finally get through some of the submissions that were sent in 2 months ago. Yeah. If you don't know what Cosmic Counsel is, this is it's kind of like a all-around advice corner, where that be relationship, family, life, friends, work, school, whatever you have that's happening in your life and you want the help of Dr. Umbrage, I am here. But again, we are pausing the submissions right now. So I did pause the marshmallows to go over the ones that we have right now because we still have like 70 something more. We have around 70 something more. It was a lot more before. We had over like 100 whatever. And we've been going through I think it's been like 20 to 30 per day. But I can't stream for too long today because as you guys know, we do have an early Japanese mainstream tomorrow. So, yeah. Wait, why is everyone zooming? What did I do? What happened? Wait, did I say something? Did I say something? I don't know. Wait, why y'all doing that face? Okay, time for session. Okay, let me go through the marshmallows. Oh yeah. Yeah. Since Dr. Umbrage is a very busy person, each session will be $100, please. You can pay right now. Yeah, don't worry, guys. It's only 100. We're shook at how popular you are. What does that mean? Don't you know my popularity? Isn't that why you're here? Oh my. Sue, thank you so much for the super. Doctor, I have a case of missing you. What should I do? Well, fear not, because I'm here now. And also, I will be here tomorrow twice, and the day after tomorrow, and every day. And also, you have the VODs to not miss me too, so don't worry. Your case is fixed. Thank you so much for the super though. Thank you. Yes. Payment is required. I will be ending stream because goodbye. Okay, let us start. Let me go through some of them too. I do need to like briefly skim the messages before I go through them because I don't want to read or show anything that is unnecessary. So okay.
Thank you.
Let me see. Oh my gosh, Nora, thank you so much for the Akasupa. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can only cover half of the fee. Does that mean we only get half the advice? Yes, you are correct. Very good. I'm kidding. Thank you so much. Thank you. Akasupa Pog. Akasupa Pog. Healthcare is always a great. Actually, you know, like therapy and stuff is also very expensive when you think about it. It's like 30 minutes and I don't know, like one session is like how much dollars? Akasupa Pog, thank you so much. Thank you. Also, Star Dreamer, thank you so much for the super too. I'm bad with words, but your VODs and streams have been a big comfort to me during this crappy start of the year with health issues and my parent. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Spending my birthday watching Cosmic Counsel is the best gift. Well, I hope you have a happy birthday. And I hope we can enjoy today's stream together with the Nebbies. Thank you again. Thank you guys again. Thank you, Shanora, again for the Akasupa. Star Dreamer, thank you again for the Supa too. And also happy birthday. Okay. Yeah, before we start, how have you guys been so far? How's everyone doing? Oh, thankies. Crab. Thank you so much for the Akasu. Now I feel bad. I mean, Dr. Umbrage is always correct. Yeah. Crab, thank you so much for the Akasupa. Thank you so much. The other half of the fee is here. Okay, you know what? Dr. Umbrage will be very considerate and let's say that covered everyone's fee. So you guys are all covered. Please thank the Supa senders. Thank you so much, guys. That will cover today's sessions. Thank your friends, guys. Audio, welcome back to the Nayuta. Thank you so much for the 1 month. Welcome back. Yippee, finally 1 month in the Nayuta. You are the 1 month gang now. How does it feel to be the 1 month gang? Do you feel any different? How do you feel? Minminchi, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gifted Pog. If you did get a snipe, enjoy the gifted and everything else. Enjoy. Really feels really nice. Good. That's nice. Gifted Pog. But yeah, I don't know. I was talking with Lucy a little bit earlier and we're just talking about a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I noticed that it's been almost 3 months, 2.5 months maybe. 2.5 months ish. And I don't know. What do you guys feel? How do you feel? Has it been long? Has it been short? Is it already 2 months? Or is it only been 2 months, you know? Or wait, that's the same thing. More like, has it been wait. Okay, my brain's not braided, but you know what I mean, right? はい、そうです。僕の今日の服装はドクターアンブレッジです。ちなみに 多分これ結構間違える方多いと思うんですが、僕の名前はアンブレッジです。たまに多分アンブリッジで、読み間違える、もしくは、そう思ってる方いるかもしれません。ちょっと紛らわしいですが、アンブレッジでございます。はい。I feel like I've watched you since forever, not gonna lie. Time is flying so fast, for real. I guess another reason why is because I kind of do stream mostly every day, so it just feels like a lot of time together, right? Oh, that's true. January felt long, but at the same time, time is flying fast. That's true. That's true. 正直な話、僕も初期の方、あれどっちだっけって自分でも決して自分の名前を忘れてるわけではありません。はい。決してそんなわけではありません。ただちょっとややこしい。リトレ。Part of our daily routine now. Let's go. You have me in the calendars. From this time is the Nayuta Umbrage stream time, you know. 2 plus months of screams? You mean streams? I don't scream every stream. Yeah. Yeah. What was everyone's favorite stream though? What was your favorite stream, guys? What do you mean sure? What do you mean by sure? We're very calm. Calm and mature Dr. Umbrage right here. Resident Evil ones? Okay, we have another Resident Evil coming up. Rhythm Heaven. That was fun too. Ooh, I do like the crime scene cleaner. Yakiniku. Yeah, 赤マントはもうやりたくないですね、あれ。まあ、JP 勢が増えたら、まあやってあげてもいいかな。仕方ねえなって感じですかね。Minecraft, Valo. Every Nayu stream is my favorite stream. Do we believe that, chat? Golf with friends? I love golf with friends. I wanna play that again. Ooh, the Animal Party one. Was that the one that we just did? Or was that the... I think I did two. I did one with Ravanis and one with Avalon. That's kind of funny to say. I'm a part-time worker. Oh my gosh, Puyo. I want to do a Tetris one. I want to do Tetris with you guys. I don't know. I might try to plan that maybe. The Animal Party one kind of got me, my throat. But yeah. Yeah, so let's get into, wait, let me just okay. So again, so for the Cosmic Council submissions, I'm just gonna say this one more time. I do try to read all of them, but if some are more towards, like, let's say, like, if 80% is like a statement and like the last one, if it's like a last one question, I might not go over those because it's more towards, like, you know, not really seeking for advice. It's like you wanted to say something so you submitted it. So there are some like that. There are some that I might just not bring up for stream. But if it's just mainly a question, like most likely your submission will be read. But don't feel disencouraged or anything if yours wasn't read either, because again, Honestly, I'm still like catching up with like 2 months ago, so I don't even know if yours will, you know, if like you got skipped or whatever. Um, at the end, if yours does not get read, it could either mean I accidentally missed it, or something within the marshmallow was not the best for stream, so I decided not to bring it up. Or it's like it's how would I say it? It's not really fitting for the Cosmic Council, as in this is a corner where you guys seek advice for what's happening for you instead of like, because I do see some are like questions for me, which is not Cosmic Council. Like, you're not here to ask, you know, Dr. Umbrage, how am I doing? That's not Cosmic Council. It's about how you guys are doing. So, okay. So, that being said, let us get through some of the messages. Let me see. Can I even do this? Ooh. Oh shit, wait. The page is refreshing. Let me go through all of these again and we can start. Let's see. Also, some of them are like very similar questions, so I might be answering with like a similar response, but you know, that's how it's gonna be because I can't give separate different advice to something with the same question, right? But I also kind of forgot like what I did answer and what I didn't, as in like similarities. So let's see. Okay, let's this. Okay, so our first one is how would you go about socializing as an introverted person, or if you're extroverted, how would you go about socializing with an introverted person? Which one are you though? Why are you giving me both scenarios? Well, I feel like for this, it's a little bit hard to answer because I don't think you can categorize people as just introverted or extroverted. I think that it is something, a factor, like a part of your personality, but there are a lot of different type of people when it comes to introverted or if you're an extroverted person. So the question itself is a little bit too vague to be able to answer correctly. But I guess what I think the most important thing is socializing with another person is understanding the person, and if you can understand body language too, I think that does help to see if someone is comfortable. If they're uncomfortable, you can probably tell too. That's a very vague answer, but since the submission was also very vague, I think this would probably be my answer. Yeah. Since, again, all introverted people and all extroverted people are not the same. If you had more of a specific situation, maybe, yes, I could go more into depth. But, yeah. It's more about knowing the person. It's more about knowing the person. because you know, introverted people are not introverted because they want to, right? It's because, let's say, they might have a fear of something. They might be afraid of what people think about them. They might just not like talking to people, right? There's a lot of things. There's some people that might want to interact more, but you can't because, you know, they're afraid. There might be people that actually just don't want to talk with other people. So it really depends on the person. I would say, again, you know, get to know the person. Find common interests. It doesn't matter if they're introverted or extroverted. If you have a common ground, there will be something to talk about. Yeah. We're gonna go through these not quickly, but for some of the submissions, if there's not enough detail, I cannot provide a detailed answer. For questions that go into detail, I would be able to give detailed answers. So that is it for the first submission. Okay, go on to the next one. Next one is in Japanese. Next one is a Japanese one. But actually, this is like not really, this is like more of a question. Maybe I might skip this one. ちょっと次のやつ読もうかなって思ったんですが、どちらかというと、僕に対しての質問なので、ちょっと、これはまた、まあ、未来的な、もし Q&A マシュマロとかになった際に、もう一度お送りください。ですね。はい。Okay, never mind. The next one, I was gonna read it, but it was more towards a question. It wasn't really a seeking for something, so. Okay, let's go on to the next one too. Let me see. Let me read this real quick. Okay. Let's go. Let's go on to the next one, which is here. Ta-dang. Okay. I have a friend that I was crushing on, and I don't know if my crush on them has gone away or if I've just gotten more comfortable with them. I used to get really excited when they messaged me, but I don't get that feeling anymore, and I don't know what to make of my feeling towards this person. Well, I guess for this one, I guess it depends on how long you've known each other and what your current state is. Since, you know, let's say you're dating someone, right? Let's say you have a partner. Let's say you have a lover. You're not always gonna be like kissing each other and like, you know, doing like lovebirdy things, right? Like, liking someone can come in a lot of different ways, I think. Being comfortable around them is also something that I do think fits in that too. But I don't know. I don't know because I'm not you, but if you really, I don't know how to answer this. I mean, you're already saying it. I don't know what to say. I don't get that feeling anymore, and I don't know what that feeling, you know, what that makes you. You're answering for yourself, I guess. Yeah, like, if you don't have any feelings, you don't have any feelings. If you do have feelings, you have feelings. I'm assuming if you are submitting this, to the Cosmic Council, you somewhat have a feeling. I don't know. You didn't state that. Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't know if it's a question or I don't know if it's me because I haven't done a Cosmic Counsel in a while. But I guess for this one, I can't really give you an answer because the only information you're giving me is I used to feel excited, but now I'm not. So what I can say right now is, okay, so I guess you don't. But does not feeling excited mean that you don't like them anymore? Not necessarily. You can still like them, but I don't know because I can't read it from your message. So that's something that you would only know. Right? I think deep down, you probably can figure out if you like the person or not. That's something that I can't figure out for you because I'm not you. So that's something that you should figure out by yourself. But think about the other person. Do you want to be in a relationship? Do you like them? Do you know, want to be more than friends? Those are all very simple and easy. Maybe not easy, but they're very simple and straightforward like questions to yourself, right? I think you can answer that to yourself and you can figure it out, you know? Yeah, because I can't give you an answer whether you like a person or not. So that's something that has to come from yourself. But yeah, I hope you figure that out. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Let us go to the next one. Can you wait 1 second, guys? Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see. Sorry, I need to read this. Okay. This is a good one. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Next one's a little bit long. Okay. I feel like I'm in a state where I don't know what the next step. My parents and maybe the social environment of my major suggests that I should continue to pursue a PhD degree after completing my undergrad degree. I personally don't know whether I am really able to complete that PhD, and I don't know if I'm even capable of conducting researches for years to graduate. I really enjoy drawing and making illustrations, but I don't think I can rely on those to make a living. I'm at a point like questioning myself because I'm going to be applying for grad school next year, but I have no idea on what is truly my interest, which stresses me out. Really appreciate any related opinion, sharing or suggestions on, for example, finding and confirming any interests, or like how do you decide a long-term plan? Okay, next year. Okay. If this question was like next month, I would have been like, oh wait, we're kind of it's kind of too late. But it's next year, so we still have time. So what I would say is this is for anything, but let's say you have to. So currently, you mentioned that you have two decisions. I would suggest continuing both. You can do. It might be a lot of work. But I would suggest to do both. And since it seems like you do have more interest in drawing or making illustrations, once you can see yourself making a life with that, I think you can quit the other one. But it's never good to take a risk and go completely blind and, continue with one career. Some people, can make it work. I would say it's just a little bit too risky. Yeah. So you can technically do both. It's going to be a lot of work, but you can just, you even know you want to do it, right? You really want to try out the illustration side. But you think that the going for a PhD degree is better. Yeah, go for the PhD on the side. If you have time, do illustrations. Once you're able to make a living out of illustrations, you can just, and if you're like, okay, maybe I really don't want to do this PhD thing, you can, I would say you can quit that one. But if you cannot make a living out of drawing or illustrations, you shouldn't just give up the PhD if that's something that you think you should do too. It's kind of like, let's say, actors, right? It's kind of like actors where I know a lot of smaller actors do acting like gigs, but have a side job, like they work at, let's say, a cafe or like a restaurant or whatever. And do you know why? It's because they're trying to pursue their dream, but at the same time they know that they can't live off of that now, so they have to compensate with something else. So it's kind of the same thing. You just need to understand the situation that you're in. So yeah, there's no reason to choose right now. If you think it's tough, maybe it's not meant for you. If you're really passionate about it, I believe that you would be able to do both. If you're really passionate about it, I think you can, continue your PhD while also doing illustrations on the side. Because everyone has the same amount of time in their life. Everyone has 24 hours a day. So it's really about how you can spend those 24 hours. And this applies to me too, but we all waste time. Somewhere in our day, somewhere in our life, we all waste time. Unless you're really, really like, on top of everything, which I highly doubt that. I don't think anyone is that perfect, but there's always time to include or swap something that you're doing currently. So my advice would be, if your parents also think the PhD is the way, and if you also want to do drawing maybe in the future, continue what you're doing now. Try out to see if you can actually make money out of illustrations. If you can, that's wonderful, but there's no point of risking it. So I would say do both. You can really try to get into the illustration side too. If it does work out, and if you think that you can, make a living out of that, yeah, you can pursue that one. But if you don't have any assurance right now, I would say just continue both. But yeah, good luck, follow your dreams. I hope that you are able to do what you want to do. But at the same time, taking risks are okay, but just think about it in the long run too. Yeah. Well, I hope that helped. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see. Okay. This one seems a little bit a little bit silly, but you know, Dr. Umbrage does not discriminate towards certain emojis. Okay, so the next one is, I want to get a boyfriend soon, but I tend to get the ick from some guys after a while. Any advice for how to find a new man and how to stop myself from looking for problems where there might not be any? Oh, thank you, wise one. Well, for this one, you kind of already know, like, it's kind of on you. This is kind of your mindset. Maybe think about, are you the perfect person? You know, are you the one to judge others? For the problems that you try to find, do you do any of those? You know? Since, again, no one's perfect. Everyone has flaws. If you don't have flaws, you're weird. But, I mean, this is already a flaw of yours. You try to see problems in people. That's a flaw. You're not perfect. The other person might not be perfect too. But you guys need to understand each other. So it's a good thing that you know that you have this problem though, right? So yeah. You already know the answer. I don't know. It's kind of difficult because it's just literally saying don't judge people. So, how about forgiveness? If there's something that you see a problem, maybe talk about it to them. Or, I don't know. Maybe you're not meant to date. You never know. It might be more of a you problem. But, yeah, at the end, there's not really much advice I can give towards this because no matter what I say, if you get the ick, you get the ick, right? I don't know. Maybe experiment. Maybe look for girlfriends instead of boyfriends. You never know. But yeah. There's not really a solution to not find, to your situation. The only thing is changing yourself. To also be more considerate, I would say. Well, I hope that helped. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Our next one. Hi, Nayu. I have a problem balancing my social life with work. Due to situations, I have 5 different jobs and working from 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. with no days off. So it's hard for me to meet other people outside my workplace. I didn't even realize seasons have changed. I was thinking of reducing it, but I need the money. Do you have any advice for me? Sorry for the bad grammar since English is not my first language. So again, this is another reason why I never think I have the worst situation, as in, you know, I guess everyone's situation is different, but let's say you're complaining about something small, right? Just think about, there are some people like this too, where, you know, it's definitely tougher. Like, can you really complain about your, like, whatever you have compared to like something like this, right? You know what I mean? I do understand everyone has different situations, but yeah, there's always more, you know. But this is tough. 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. That's crazy. 5 different jobs. That's a lot. Well, if I were to give you advice, I would say work smarter, not harder. I can't give you every single detail, but let's say try to start something that gives you a passive income. By doing that, you can probably lower the amount of jobs that you actually need. What kind of passive income? You probably need to do the work to figure that out yourself. I can't give you everything. But that would be one advice. Try to start something that is, let's say, easy to maintain. You can get a passive income from, you know, doing that. And I guess maybe one other advice that I would give is maybe, I don't know how easy it will be for you, but maybe get a skill. Get a skill that will give you a higher paying job and decreasing the jobs that you need. Since, let's say, I'm not gonna assume that it's low paying jobs, but let's say you have 5 low paying jobs compared to where, let's say, you can have 2 high paying jobs, right? I think it's pretty clear which one is better. So from what I'm seeing from this, I know it might be difficult because I know it's not like you want to be in this situation. But 2 ways to probably be able to solve this is doing something that can generate passive income. And the other one is maybe obtaining skills or looking and seeing what you're good at. And I would say just, you know, try to get a higher paying job so you don't have to have multiple and different jobs. Would probably be the advice for this. It's tough. I understand. The job market itself is rough. I do understand that too. But I believe you got this. Yes. You got this. We got this. I do think that your current lifestyle is a little bit unhealthy, and I do understand that you don't want this too. So I think it's just time to, I guess, I don't want to assume that you didn't already think about it, because I'm assuming that you thought about everything and this was your last, you know, the last solution that you can think of. But I do believe that you could probably find something or do something that will be a little bit more easy. So I hope that you can, you know, take something from my advice and try to find a way to have more of your own time. But yeah, good luck, and I hope that helped. Okay, that's tough though. 3 a.m. to 12 a.m. That's like, how do you sleep? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like, a part of me actually wants to hope that they're capping, you know? A part of me wants to hope that they're lying. and they're like, they have more time to themselves. But you never know. You never know. It would be better if they were lying, right? Since if it's really true, that's a lot. I don't like. I'm surprised that you're even able to catch up with everything, you know? Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Oh my gosh, this is so ironic. Okay, let's go into this one. It's something like it has something that we just talked about a bit, but we can go on to that once we start reading it. Okay, next one. It's kind of long. Okay. Coco Rice, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Gifted Pog. Gifted Pog, gifted Pog. So yeah, this is the next one. Hi, Nayu. Thank you so much for opening this. Sadly, it's kind of a perfect timing for me needing advice. Sorry, this is 2 months later. I live with someone who downplays my work a lot, and I'm starting to really become really tired of not just them, but the work as well. Even though it's something I'm very passionate about. Thankfully, I tuned into VTubers with you or others in the background to focus, knowing you are trying your best, so I want to as well. But now they're even downplaying that, saying I'm lazy, not focusing properly, not even watching streams, literally audio in the background. And it's been affecting my mental health so much of being denied my temporary form of escape, making my work even worse. Then they started complaining my experience with theirs, saying their life is harder, is the ironic part, because we just talked about, you know, there are a lot of people in this world that have a tougher life. So I don't know what to do anymore, genuinely. And before you suggest trying to cut them out of my life or move, I'm in truly no position to do that at all, not just financially. I'll take any suggestions, please. I'm just literally tired. Thank you for giving me more detail, because again, you know, before you suggest trying to cut them out of my life or move would have probably been something I would have said maybe if you didn't give me this. So, you know, always detail the better. Well, this is difficult. This is difficult because I'm sorry to say, but there's not as much that I can offer here, since if you can't move, if you can't cut them off, there's nothing much you can do. The only, I would, because I think you've already tried to think of everything. Like, let's say, since you did say you can't move or cut them off, not just financially, I'm assuming there's somewhat of, you know, maybe they're your partner, maybe they're your husband, wife, or maybe you're just like best friends, or maybe you're like in a dorm where you can't move or like cut them off whenever you want. So my question would be, do you have your own room? Do you have your own room that you can like lock it and be alone and do whatever you want to do? Because it seems like you don't have that. It seems like you don't have that. So if you don't even have that, I am very sorry, but there's not much I can offer, because the only thing, if you can't move out or cut them off, and if you don't have your own space, it's literally going to just be, you know, for you to not take their word to heart is the only advice I can give. Something that I wouldn't say used to do. I wouldn't say used to do. But something that I have done in the past was, if someone was talking to me about something that I didn't really want to listen to, I would just be like, la 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 in my head and not listen to them. And I wouldn't be mad or I wouldn't be affected in any way because I'm not listening. But it works. It works. You know? Literally just be like, la 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 in your head. And while they're talking, just be like, yeah, I'm sorry. And literally you will not be stressed because you didn't really listen to what they said, right? That's probably the best advice I can give you here. With all the information you gave me, it doesn't seem like you can move out. It doesn't seem like you can cut them off. It doesn't seem like you even have your own space because you say that they complain about you watching streams. That means, I'm assuming, unless you're watching streams or doing these things in the living room, which I don't know why you're doing that. Unless you don't have your own room, the only solution would probably be that for now. So, good luck, you know, stay strong. I hope at some point in your life you can go different, you know, go different ways with whoever you're with right now. But until then, it might be, you know, a little bit, but do your best and try to manage with them, right? Because if you can't run, if you can't cut, there's only cope, right? You have to find a way that's the least stressful for you in that situation. So, yeah. Good luck. I hope you don't stress out too much. But again, with what you're giving me, it doesn't seem like you have a lot of options. So the only thing you can do is changing yourself, as in strengthening your mental health or mental mindset to not be affected. What this person says is probably the best advice I can give you. Don't give a shit or crap about what the person says, you know? If they're, you know, downplaying you, whatever. Who cares? Right? Like, who are you? Who are you to tell me that I'm doing something bad? Who the fuck do you think you are? You gotta be like that. You gotta be aggressive. Well, don't say it to them because most likely those people will like talk back or like do something. Just think of it in your head. Who the fuck do you think you are? Right? Like, you're no better than me. Like, yes, if they were like a famous billionaire, yeah, maybe, okay. Right? But if you're living with me in the same condition as me and you're no better than me, why are you telling me all of this stuff is what I would say. So, yeah. I don't know, but just start thinking like that, and I hope, you know, I hope it gets better. But yeah. I hope that helped. Okay. Okay, next one. Okay. The next one is, this is a good one. This is like a genuine, like, advice seeking. Okay. Next one. My father has been begging me to get a boyfriend since I started high school. I told him that I wanted to focus on my school, but if the opportunity comes by, then I will seize it. However, I knew internally that that was a lie. In reality, I was absolutely terrified of getting into a relationship. I didn't think I had it in me to commit my time to someone. I valued my freedom and privacy a lot. I remember one time a guy asked for my number, but I gave him a random phone number so that he could go away. After he left, I cried for what felt like hours. My mentality has changed since then. Currently, I'm in my 3rd year of college and I'm talking with a guy. We are both interested, but I'm scared that my fears from high school will resurface. How do I handle fears of the unknown? Well, first of all, before that, let me crack open. Second of all, I'm glad that you overcome whatever you were dealing with in the past. I am happy to hear that you are talking to a guy and that you don't have the same fear as in the past. So I'm a little bit confused on what you mean by your fears from high school will resurface, because it does seem like you already overcame that. It kind of seems like you did, since, you know, in the past you didn't really want to get into a relationship, but now it seems like you're okay with it. So I'm not 100% sure of what you mean by fears from high school, but how to handle fears of the unknown? Well, I would say think of it in a different way. Instead of the fears of the unknown, it's more about the fear, or the fear of you never trying to do something because you were scared of doing it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Nothing is more scary to not do something and forever regretting, or never knowing the outcome, what could have happened. You know? Take a step forward and just look into a situation and think to yourself, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? And what's the best that can happen? And you can compare those two and see which one is better, right? So you're both interested. That's good. Why are you scared? Well, you know, there's a lot of reasons that people might be scared, but it's a good thing that you both know that you're interested in each other, right? But I'm assuming you had some sort of fear of getting into a relationship and committing time to someone else. But you never know. You might have changed. Maybe it's something that you actually don't really mind. But you're scared because you've never tried. But how will you ever figure out if you've never tried too? So don't fear of the unknown, because no one knows, right? You can fear of something that you've already experienced. That's fair, because you know how it feels. But if you've never tried something, there's no point to fear it, because you've never tried it. You don't know, you know, the outcome, what would happen or anything. So yeah, you know, you're already in a position where you are both interested in each other, which is kind of a W, right? What's like, I assume there's a lot of people that would want to be in your situation. 2 people that like each other liking each other, that's huge. Like, I would want that. Right? There would be a lot of people that would want to be, you know, in a relationship, or like in a pre-relationship where they both have interest or like each other. So there's nothing to be scared of. Just go for it. Yeah. Good luck. I hope it works out. And I hope that helped too. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Next one is here. Boom. How do you deal with lack of motivation? I'm currently in uni and I've completely lost motivation to do most of my assignments. Thank you for your feedback. Also, I love your streams. I watch them almost every day and it's very entertaining. I wonder if this person is still watching my streams. It's been 2 months. Well, I hope they are. If they're not, I hope they're doing well otherwise. But, motivation. Well, I would say it's hard to get motivation if it's something that you're told to do or if you have no passion in. So let's say, I'm assuming you're going to uni because it's just a path in life. Maybe you might be getting paid for your uni and, you know, you just think it's something that you have to do, right? Find a purpose. Or, you know, what if you were paying for your own uni, you know, costs, right? You would probably want to make the money worth, right? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If you're losing motivation to do assignments in school, you will have a fucking tough life. Life is not that easy. And if you're struggling to do assignments right now, you have a lot ahead of you. Like, I bet a lot of people would want to go back to uni and do assignments if they could. So, uni, I would say, is mostly enjoying. Uni is one of the best times in your life because it's in the middle of like high school to like adulthood. In high school, you have more restrictions. And, you know, you have more limitations to things that you can do, right? And when you're an adult, you have less restrictions, but there's a lot of more burden on you, right? You have to do everything by yourself. Uni is a unique situation where you're kind of free. You have a lot of freedom, but at the same time, you don't have that much responsibility. So, you know, Dr. Umbrage sessions aren't just about being nice and, you know, being about making people feel better. I want to give advice that would actually help you guys. So, you know, look into what you want to do with what you're doing right now. Why are you going to uni? Like, are you going just because you've been told to? That's honestly, you're wasting either your money or your parents' money, and I don't know. There's probably a lot of people that do that, but just think about it. Uni costs a lot. That's a lot of money. And if someone's paying for that, you might as well get whatever you can get from that, right? So, you know, do your best. You can obviously have fun. Assignments are not a lot. Yes, they might be tough sometimes, but again, I don't know your current situation, but a lot of people even pay for their own uni costs. I'm not 100% sure if you do, but assignments is probably the least to worry about in the upcoming future. So, I believe you got this. Try to find some goals or dreams that you want to achieve with what you're doing right now. And by you doing what you're doing, hopefully it helps you get to that part. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes uni might not be for you. That's true. That's true. But yeah. You can do something on the side too. It doesn't need to be all about school. You can balance it out with whatever you want. Again, you're in uni. You're in the best spot ever where you have a lot of freedom but not that much responsibility. Have fun. Do your assignments, get your grades. Don't slack off, you know? You have a lot of time to yourself. But also, because it does say that you've completely lost motivation, it means that you had motivation in the past. So if that's the case, maybe look into what happened, why you would, let's say, suddenly lost motivation, or why you feel this way right now. There has to be a cause somewhere. So if the first part of my advice didn't work for you, try looking into that. Understand what happened, you know, what made you feel this way now. And if you do find the cause, it might be easier to find a solution. So, yeah, good luck. Uni is probably one of the best times in anyone's lifetime, most likely. So, okay. Let's go to the next one. I freaking spilled my carbonated water. Okay. Okay, this is a good question. This is a good question. Not a question, more like a submission, but concern, I would say. Okay. Okay. Hey Nayu, my concern might be a little silly, but I would love to hear any advice you have. I've heard a lot of VTubers talk about how they love when fans have their Oshi marks on their username, whether on YouTube or Twitter, which of course makes sense why that would feel amazing. Yes, I also feel the same way. If you guys have the DNA mark in your name, if you have my Oshi mark in your bio, wherever, like, of course, that makes me happy. And, you know, I have to admit, I have avoided doing that for months because although I do have one main Kami Oshi in FSPEN that most people know, I do try my best to support all the boys because I genuinely think everyone is amazing and deserves all the love. It could just be the absolute overthinker in me, but I genuinely feel bad at the thought of showing up constantly to someone else's stream with Oshi marks that are not theirs. Am I overthinking this? Is it even that deep? So, this depends on the liver too, in my opinion. If you're seeking for my honest opinion, if someone ever is like, hey, that's not my Oshi mark in like a stream, like, fuck them. They don't deserve you, is my honest opinion. If any liver ever feels like mad or upset because you don't have their Oshi mark and you have a different Oshi mark in your name, that's weird. That's weird. It's like it's not your, like, you're not theirs, right? I do understand if you do have a Oshi mark in your name. As a liver, I'm like, you know, if someone has my Oshi mark, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm happy. Like, that makes me happy. Like, and maybe like acknowledge you better, right? If you have a different Oshi mark, it doesn't really change for me. It doesn't really change for me. If anything, I would be happy to be like, oh wow, you're like Kamiyoshi of this person, but you still also enjoy my streams. That's cool, right? Is more towards how I feel like I would think if I saw that. At the same time, again, me, I don't really care. I do understand the part where if you do have an Oshi mark in your name, it's more like, yes, you're showing other people that they are like one of your biggest Oshis, right? Which makes sense. So it wouldn't feel as like, how would I say this? How would I phrase this? If you do have a specific Oshi mark, it will seem a little bit more specific on who your Oshi is. Like, if you have a specific Oshi mark, and if you say that you are, if you are a fan of, let's say, the whole group, people will think, okay, but within the whole group, you like this person the most. Like, that's something that you can't avoid. But at the same time, that's not a bad thing, since that's up to you. You can like who you want, you can support who you want, and no one can complain about that. If someone complains about that, fuck them. So at the end, it's what you want. If you want to keep your stance of like supporting everyone equally, yes, maybe, you know, you don't need to have an Oshi mark. It would make more sense not to have an Oshi mark if you really want to support everyone equally. But if you do have a Kami Oshi, and if you want to show other people, why not just include that? Like, you can still support other people with having a different Oshi mark in your name. And again, for the latter half of your question about, I feel bad at the thought of showing up constantly to someone else's stream with that Oshi mark that isn't theirs. That is something that you really, really don't need to worry about. And again, if you ever get called out for that, just drop them. Just drop them, please. They are not gonna be worth it. I would not, like, no. I don't know. I have no words for that. I would be surprised if anyone ever brings that up, being like, oh wait, that's not my Oshi mark. Like, that's disgusting. So yeah, it's up to you. I would say, am I overthinking this? Well, if you want to support everyone equally, having an Oshi mark in your name kind of defeats the purpose. So if you want to support everyone equally, then having a Oshi mark in your name might not work. But it's not bad to have an Oshi mark and support other people. That's not a bad thing at all. And if anyone ever, you know, says something about that, I don't know. I would be surprised, but, you know, there's a lot of people out there, so. But yeah, I don't think it's that deep. I think you can do whatever you want. Support whoever you want. Again, there's a lot of people out there, and there's a lot of livers out there. Not everyone likes everyone, right? Like, some people might not like my design. Some people not like my voice. Some people might not like my personality. And that's okay, because I'm not for everyone. It's the same thing with you. You're not for everyone, right? You have specific people you like. So at the end, I think you can do whatever you want to do, and just do whatever makes you happy. But yeah, I hope that helped. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Ooh, let's see. Okay. Let's see this one. Advice for someone who has no dreams or aspirations in life but wants to find the motivation to find life worth living. I would say I would say that if you are submitting this submission, you've never been in a tough spot in your life. I'm assuming. If you want to find motivation to find life worth living, move to a different country, don't rely on your friends, family, anything for money. Do everything yourself. You're gonna have to fucking grind to live on your own. Do that, you're gonna find something worth living, because you need to do something to live. Like, you gotta do something to live. Survival mode, exactly. I'm assuming, you have everything set up for you, or you have people to rely on, or you have your family that is paying for your house or something. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you can have a full-time job. Maybe you're already succeeding with something. Maybe you're a successful worker that has everything set, for yourself, and you're successful and you're still trying to find motivation. Maybe that could be a thing too. It could be either way. But it really depends. I don't know. Having no dreams is not a bad thing. If you want to have a dream, maybe it's a bad thing. But yeah, it's a little bit vague, so I can't really give an exact answer. But I would say change something up in your life if you can. You probably can. It's the matter of fact if you want to or not, right? So do you want to give up whatever you have right now to try something else? Most likely it's going to be no, because I know humans like to live comfortably, right? I know a lot of people don't want to take challenges. I know a lot of people like to be in their comfort zone. And that's not bad too. That's not bad. But if you want to find something in life that you want to do, you're going to have to challenge yourself and try something new, and try something worth living, worth working, worth doing something. Yeah. That's probably the advice that I can give you. Good luck. You got this. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay. The next one is... Ta-dum. The past month, I've learned that an old friend was harassing this friend group they used to hang out with. One of the people I also used to be friends with from the friend group reached out to me about it. I confronted the old friend, and they ignored me. Their behavior is really odd and unusual. They recently messaged me as if me confronting them didn't happen at all. I don't know what to do, but I cannot bear to block them and end this near a decade of friendship. Well, it kind of depends on, let's say, what degree was that harassment, and there's a lot of things to consider here. It's a little bit hard, but I mean, I don't know. Okay, something that I just noticed after reading this, this is more of a statement. This is more of a statement instead of a question. There's nothing much that you're asking me to do. The only thing you're saying is, I don't know what to do. And I don't know what to do because I don't know what you're asking me to do. I should have read this a little bit thoroughly. So these are more of the things that I might more likely skip because it's more of a statement. It's more of you telling me what's happening and that's it, if that makes sense. But if I were to give anything, I'm just gonna comprehend it in my way and just say, I don't know what's happening with your friend or the friend group, but if they're confronting or if they're messaging you like nothing happened at all, just say it again. Say, hey, do you not remember that we talked about this? And wait for the response. I do understand that sometimes it might be hard to end relationships or friendship, right? I've had that in the past. I had a very close friend and we are not friends anymore. It was over something that I thought was a little bit stupid, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, the only thing you can do is just accept the fact and just keep the memories that you had with them in the past. Like, appreciate the time that you had with them in the past, but if they've changed, if they're not for you, there's no reason to stick with it. Like, people can change. That means relationships can change too. So, yeah, that's probably the only thing I can say for this one. Again, this is more towards a statement instead of something advice seeking. So, yeah, I hope it works out though. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me try to read through these more thoroughly so I can see if it's an actual question or not. Let's see. Okay. Okay, this one is a little bit of a long one, but let's go through this. Actually, kind of long. Okay. Okay. Hi, Nayu. I hope you've been having a great day and that stream has been good so far. I'm a very shy and introverted person, and that becomes a bit of a problem when I try to make friends. Every time I try, 90% of the time, we either have a falling out or the other person just stops talking to me in general. I don't even do anything to impact the relationship negatively. Even when I try to keep in touch, most of the time the other person doesn't even try to respond or continue to be friends with me. It hurts a lot every time, especially when that person is someone I really treasure close to my heart, and I don't know what to do about it at all. It can get really depressing when all my friendships with people, even my best friend of 3 years, end the same way. I really hope that you and everyone in chat have a wonderful day though, and keep going, Nayu. You're very awesome and I love your streams. Wishing you and everyone the best luck. Okay, thank you. But again, for this one, two things that came straight to mind were one thing is probably if this keeps on happening, you can probably ask the other person what the problem was, since I'm not saying that the problem was on you. I'm not saying that you did anything wrong, but if this has been happening for a while with multiple people, there probably is something that you're doing or that you're not doing that is causing this. I'm pretty sure. Not like you're doing anything bad, but there might be something that you may be doing that it's, or you may be doing or you not doing that is concluding to this. So I can't really give you an answer. It's something that you need to probably look into what you're doing or try asking these, you know, if you had your friend that was, you know, your best friend for 3 years, if they ended the same way, if you were best friends, you can probably ask them, be like, hey, what was, you know, like, what happened to us? Like, you know, did I do something? You know, it feels a little bit clingy asking like, hey, did I do something wrong? But in your case, if that's happened to you multiple times, I would say ask. You should probably ask, because it could be a coincidence that something else is a factor. But if this is a multiple occurring thing for you, I think there might be something that you may or may not be doing that is causing this. So the only thing I could say is try, you know, asking your ex-best friend of 3 years. And if you can ask some other people, you know, maybe ask, because what's the worst that can happen if the friendship is already over, right? It's not like it can get any more worse than that, right? So, yeah. By the way you're sending the message, it doesn't seem like you have like anything wrong, but there could be something. There could be something that is causing this that I don't know with, you know, just reading your message, but okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is it's a Japanese submission. Let's go into this one. 次は日本語ですね。行きましょう。たらん。Hello, Nayu。英語に自信がないので日本語で送らせていただきます。私はバイトで接客販売スタッフをしているのですが、お客様から嫌味を言われたりクレームを受けたりすることが多くて、気持ちをすぐ切り替えて仕事に戻れたらいいのですが、引きずってしまって集中できないことが多いです。なゆさんはこういう時どうやって気持ちを切り替えますか？ぜひアドバイスをいただけると嬉しいです。これからも応援してます。大好きです。ありがとうございます。今も見ててくれてたら嬉しいです。2ヶ月前の、投稿なので今いるか分かりませんが今いたら嬉しいですね。なんかこれに関しては正直もうメンタル強化でしかないと思ってます。いや、僕も昔どちらかというとメンタル弱めだったと思うんですけど、まあいろんな人生経験していくうちで、今正直今だったらどちらかというとメンタル強めの方かなって思います。他の人から何か言われたら別にどうでもいいっていう感じだしいや、もちろん意見とかすべて考慮した上でまあ、考えることとかも全然あるんですけど、なんか嫌味とか言われるんだったらお前誰みたいなスタンスでもう言った方が楽ですね、人生。考え方なんですよね、これ多分。本当にちっちゃいことにいちいち突っかかってるとマジで人生疲れます、多分。めちゃくちゃ疲れると思います、これ。いや、本当にもう、誰お前精神は、まあ、それもそうなんですけど、本当になんかちっちゃいことでいちいち悩んでると、本当に人生疲れると思うんですよ。で、まあ言葉で言うのは簡単で、実際に、性格っていうかマインドセットを変えるのって難しいとは思うんですけど、まあちょっとずつ、それこそ、なんか若干これいいアドバイスかわかんないですね。いいアドバイスかわかんないんですがいやちょっとこれひねくれてるのかななんかもし、まあ、接客業とか の場合は、割と、もし何か言われてる中で、頭の中でもうひたすら好きに暴言を言いまくる。いや、これ良くないのかなこれ、アドバイス。なんか、もし嫌味とか言われたらもう頭の中で、誰だお前みたいな。黙れお前みたいな感じで、やってった方が、まあ、ひねくれた性格にはなるかもしれないんですけど、楽だと思います。はい。めちゃくちゃ、この送り主は、切実で、言われたことを、なんか気にするみたいな。僕もそうだったんですよ、昔は。でも、疲れると思うんですよ、その考え方だと。なので、まあちょっと、時と場合によって、ね、誰だお前精神で考える方が楽っちゃ楽です。まあそれか、ちょっと前も言ったんですけど、何かでも接客の時はちょっと良くないか。何か言われてる時にもう頭の中で、ベラベラベラベラベラベラってもう人の話聞かないでやるスタンスもありなんですけど、お客さんに、お前話聞いてんのかてめえって言われて、マジで聞いてなかったらちょっと罪の可能性もあるんで、まあ話聞きながらなんかもう右耳から左耳に流れる程度の感じでゆるーく話聞いとけばいいんじゃないかなって思います。なんかもう頭の中で、なんかこいつなんか怒ってんな、ウケるわみたいなスタンスでいいと思いますよ、こういうのは。むしろ知らない人に対しては全然そっちの方がいいと思います。こいつ誰に怒ってんのみたいな、そのぐらいのスタンスでいいと思いますね。ちょっとずつそんな感じに、考え方、思考できるようになると結構楽になりますよ。正直このアドバイスはいいアドバイスかはわかんないんですが、まあ、楽にはなれるかなっていうアドバイスですかね。もちろん、優しくするのってすごくいいことだと思うんですけど、中には、なんて言うんですかね。まあ、気にしないっていうか、気にしすぎなくていいと思いますね。はい。はい。OK。っていう感じですかね。はい。頑張ってください。もう次なんか言われたら、誰に喋ってんので、頭の中で考えとけば、いつの間にか話が終わって、この人何言ってたっけってなるんで、いいと思います。Okay. Let's go to the next question. Okay. Next question. I have trouble being an active communicator even with my friends or family. I don't tend to text back right away or respond as soon as I feel like as soon as I feel like would be appropriate. Is there something I'm doing wrong? My answer would be no. I don't think there's anything wrong because that's who you are. You're just not an active communicator. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I think it's neither. It's who you are. If your friends don't like that, they don't like that. If your family doesn't like that, they don't like that. I don't know where I was going with this, but I don't know. I have that sometimes too. I used to be bad with messages, as in some people I would like you know, like you would read the message but like not open the message, and like you kind of forget to reply to them, and it's been like a month or something. Like I've been there. But I think the most important part is for you and the other person to have a mutual understanding of that. As in, I had a lot of friends where we would like message each other, like reply to each other every like other month. But that was just us. And were we mad that we didn't get a response? No. That like, I don't know. It was just like a mutual understanding that we just both reply when we feel like it. It could also be some sort of mental, you know, like something that you have. I don't know. It could be anything. But yeah. So your question was, is there something I'm doing wrong? My answer would be no. It's just not everyone is going to like that. So you have to make a decision if you want to either adjust, or how would I say this? Trying to find the right word. If you would either want to adapt to that person, or if you just want to be who you are and maybe the friendship or whatever not working out, that's up to you. But I don't think there's anything wrong with you. It's just who you are, and there's nothing wrong about that. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Next one is something that came up a lot before, so it's going to be overlapping, so it's going to be kind of quick too. Hi Nayu, more often than not, I find it extremely difficult to concentrate on my studies, and I end up doing nothing at all or taking way too long to finish my assignments because of that. Do you have any tips? Thank you. So yeah, this is something that I feel like we all can relate with. You know, we procrastinate, we push things until they really need to get things done, and then we get things done, which happens. It happens, and I've been through that, so I understand what you're going through. It's at the end really your decision. It's your decision, as in the only tip is, so if we're talking about a practical tip, maybe the thing that I did mention before, as in, you know, just say to yourself, you're going to study for 10 minutes and get a 1 hour break, right? Start studying, and then maybe it might not be that hard that you will continue for another, like, whatever, 30 minutes or an hour, right? That's a practical one. But at the end, it's up to you and how easy or hard you want to make your life. You can wait until the last minute, but just remember, you're gonna need to finish that assignment no matter what. So you're either giving yourself 1 hour a day to finish something in a week, or cramming it to 7 hours right before whatever you need to submit, you know, whatever the due date is, and stressing out and being like, oh my gosh, I don't have time. So that's up to you. That's up to you. So you have that decision. You can make the decision. It's not on anyone else. It's on you. So it's either if you want to make your life easy or not. It's that easy. But just understand that we all go through that. That's totally understandable. There's not really much to give if you're also aware of that too, you know. But good luck. Good luck. Okay. Let's go on to a different one. This is kind of long. Let me read this first. think we can go through this one. It seems okay. 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 Hi Nayu, I'm sorry if my English is not very good. I'm still learning. A few years ago, I started posting my artwork, fan work on social media, Twitter, and was very happy with the friends I've had the opportunity to meet and other artists' work I discovered. But I became very discouraged because of bad experiences with other people and overall negativity of the platform like the AI movement, and decided to stop posting my work online. I kept making a lot of artwork, but I found that every piece I've made for the past year is collecting dust in my gallery, without the opportunity to share it with anyone, not even with the people around me. After discovering FSPEN on YouTube, I became encouraged to join a community again, but recently the state of social networks have made me scared of sharing my work. Do you think I should try, or do you do a different approach? Thank you and Nebulas very much for your advice. So I guess for this one, you know, so just think about, this is for anyone that's posting anything or making any kind of content online. This even applies for me. If you are putting yourself or putting any of your work online, you are open to criticism. You have to understand that not everyone is gonna like you. Like, there are gonna be haters for no reason. People hate for no reason. People hate because they're jealous. People hate because, you know, just the smallest little thing. And that happens. But again, you can't please everyone. You can't please everyone, right? I would say do it if it makes you happy. If the positive side overcomes the negative side, I would say do it. But if you're too scared of criticism, maybe posting it might not be the best. Maybe you can start smaller. Maybe you can start more towards a safer space. Like, you know, there are a lot of like fan-made Discord servers that are, I'm assuming, more friendly and less trolls compared to open social media. Maybe if you really want to share your artwork, you can start from there, right? So the part of, do you think I should try? I cannot give you an answer for this. It's completely up to you. But at the end, you know, it's your artwork. It's how art is, you know, how you want to express your feelings or thoughts. So do what you think is best. And, you know, if you like it, you can continue. If you don't like it, you can just stop. No one's forcing you to post anything, right? But yeah, maybe one day I might be able to see that artwork. Maybe not. It's all up to you. Okay. Let me go on to the next one. Okay, this is a little bit more towards a statement, but it seems more genuine, so I'll bring it up. But let's see. We want to see your art. So there's people that want to see your art, so maybe, you know, maybe posting it might be a good thing. It's up to you. Okay, next one. Hi Nayu. I have these two online friends and we've been a trio for a year now and we ended up becoming besties. But I feel like they have way more common interests with each other and I sometimes feel left out. I talked to them about this multiple times, but since I can't explain myself very well, and they don't seem to understand anything from my vague explanations, nothing really gets resolved. Lately, I've just put into a bad mood because of life and have less energy for my friends, so I told them that I wanted to take a break to recharge and they respected my decision. But here and there, I'll send them a message asking about their day, just to make short conversations, and most of the time they're busy because they're playing games with each other and makes me a bit jealous. But it's not like they're doing anything wrong. I'm worried that by the time I return, I'll be the odd one out. So for this one, I kind of understand. I do understand what you're trying to say here and how you feel. I can see that. But at the same time, it does feel like you're trying to fit in something like, how would I say this? Well, even though you're saying that you're a trio, the way that you're phrasing this seems like you're trying to wait, I just had that word in mind, but I forgot. It feels like you're trying to force yourself within this, thing that you have. Like you said, I feel like they have way more common interests with each other, and sometimes I feel left out. I've talked to them about this. What does that mean? Like, that's not something that you can manage or that you can do anything about. Like, if two people have common interests, what are you going to say? Hey, can you stop talking about that because I don't have interest in that? Like, hello? I mean, that's probably not what you mean, but it kind of gives me that vibe. Like, if you don't have common interests within a topic, why? Like, I don't personally understand what you mean by I talk to them about this. Because if you don't have common interests, you don't have common interests. Like, what are you gonna say? That's just my opinion. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. That's just what I thought when reading this message. And I guess I do understand where you're coming with, but when you say that you wanted to take a break and they respected that, but when you send messages and they don't reply and it made you a little bit jealous, it does seem, I'm just being straightforward with what you're saying. It does seem a little bit selfish. It does seem a little bit like you just want the best of both worlds. You want to be noticed when you want, the attention, and you want to be left out when you want to be left out. But that's not how life works. That's not how friendships work. I don't think that's how friendship works. You can't get the best situation all the time, right? I don't know. This is hard. It's because I do truly understand what you're coming with, and I understand your feelings here, as in I can imagine being in your shoes, right? But at the same time, it just might be the way that you're explaining it, because you did mention that you're not the best at expressing your emotions. So yeah, I guess another reason why I am struggling a little bit to give you an answer is because, again, I mentioned this before, but this is also a statement. You're just telling me these things that are happening without asking me what you want advice on. So the only thing I would say, since it's a statement, is I don't know, maybe try to not force it too much. See what happens. I know they're very close. If it doesn't work out, there's a lot of people out there. You can probably find new people that have common interests, that understand you better. Nothing feels worse than trying to fit in somewhere that you might not fit in. So I do understand not wanting to be left out, but trying to fit in while also feeling to be the odd ones out is not a good feeling too. So I would say just, you know, vibe with it, see how they feel. Yeah, you can be besties with different interests too. Yeah. You can be besties with not talking with each other. I had a lot of friendships where I would not talk for years, but I considered them as best friends still. Like, we were best friends. We've known each other for a while. And yeah, there might be like months or years that I don't talk to them. But when I do talk to them, you know, they're still my best friend. So I guess it really comes back to your mindset of what friendship is, or like what a best friend is too. Yeah, that's probably what I would give you, since again, I'm not 100% sure what you wanted as an answer for this. So, well, I hope it doesn't stress you. I hope it doesn't stress you out too much. And I hope you can find, or that becomes somewhat of a better friendship. Okay. Okay. So next is one in a Japanese submission about their dogs. Let's see what they have to say. ナユさん、こんにちは。改めて収益化おめでとうございます。めちゃくちゃ昔だな。さて、日本語にて失礼いたします。我が家の犬たちに関する相談です。1匹では寂しいだろうと2匹目をお迎えしたものの、兄はおっとりしていて散歩が嫌い、人と家の中でおもちゃで遊ぶのが大好き。弟は陽気で好きにさせたら永遠に散歩が終わらない。人と遊ぶより、兄のおもちゃを奪って追いかけてもらうことを楽しんでいる。そんな2人を仲良く遊ばせるいいアイディアはないでしょうか？ありません。いや、正直、さすがに犬の気持ちはわからないので、僕にはわかりませんっていうのが正直な答えです。まあ、C と言って考えるなら、いや、正直どうにもならないと思います。もうそもそも犬って別に性格を変えることってほぼほぼできないと思いますし、年の差、なんていうのかな。犬の方の年齢の差によっても、態度って変わってくると思うので、僕も、似たような、なんていうのかな。シチュエーションを見たことあるので言うんですけど、片方がまったりしてる方で、もう片方がめっちゃシャキシャキする方だと、正直何もできないです。もう好きにやらせることしかできないと思います。ってぐらいですかね、これは。もう申し訳ないんですが、特別犬にこうしてああしてって言えるわけではないので、あんまり何もできないかなって思います。なので、これは、年上の犬の方は頑張ってくださいって言うしかないですね。もう、頑張って、年下のシャキシャキワーワー言う方を耐えるしかないと思います。はい。 Okay, so let's go to いや申し訳ないです。それに関してはちょっと僕の経験外なのでちょっとなんとも適切なアドバイスをあげることができないですが、犬たち頑張れって感じですね。Okay. Let's see. Okay, this other submission is very, I'm just gonna bring it up for the sake that this is also a statement, guys. Guys, you need to figure out what a statement is and what an actual submission is. So this says, I'm not allowed to go outside and hang out with my friends. I'm really scared to ask my mom if I can. Every time I do ask, she says no. Okay. She says no. That's it. Yeah. So I don't know why I bring that up, but there's nothing much I can give to that. You're just giving me a situation and I'm just like, okay. Well, by the way that you're writing this, it seems like you're still a little bit young. So, you know, one day, once you get older, you're gonna have a lot more freedom. So when that time comes, you know, you don't need your permission from your mom. Yeah, it's all about you. So until then, you just have to, you know, listen to what your mom says, and you're just gonna have to respect the decision because she's the one, or she's one of the people that are paying for wherever you're living, you know, the roof that you have above your head and everything else. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Okay. A little bit of a long one, but let's go through this too. Hi, Nayu. Since you're typically straightforward and honest, I want to ask if you have any advice on setting boundaries. It's something that I've never been good at as a child, and now that I'm in my early 20s, it's affecting my relationships and the way in which I interact with the world. It's hard to say no, and I tend to diminish my own comfort in favor of others. For more detailed context, I'm non-binary and go by they, them. I have trouble being upfront with people about it because of the issue mentioned above, plus the fact that I discovered this later in life. No matter what I try to tell myself, I always chicken out of honesty, and because I think I'm overreacting or being childish with my request. I'm still not sure if it's because I'm too self-conscious or if it's because I'm afraid of people's reactions. Do you have any tips on how to overcome that mental block and be straightforward with my boundaries? Sorry if this question is too complicated, by the way. I don't think it's a complicated question. I do get where you're coming from. I guess at the end, it really depends on how important it is to you. But one thing that you might have to have in mind is not everyone is going to respect the requests that you have. It's something that you should just understand. Like, there are going to be a lot of people that respect your decision and try to go with what you want. But at the same time, this comes to anything. This comes to anything when it comes to relationship. But I feel like respect comes with time. You can expect someone to respect your request on the spot. Let's say first time seeing. You know, it's nice of them if they do consider whatever you have, you know, to say, but you can't expect that to happen every time because, again, it takes time to get someone's respect, right? But I guess for your question about how to overcome that mental block and be more straightforward with my boundaries, it's gonna be difficult, but the only thing I can say is just to do it, because you're afraid of what's gonna happen, but you don't even know what's gonna happen. Maybe nothing might happen, right? Or maybe you might have a bad experience, but what if you have one bad experience? Are you not gonna respect your boundaries? Like, are you not gonna go with your boundaries? Probably not. But you have to do it to even try, right? Or nothing's gonna happen. So maybe try, you know, if you want people to call you by they them, tell them, see how much people respect your decision. If there's a lot of people that respect it, cool, you can just keep on doing what you want. If there are a lot of people that don't respect it, you know, maybe you have to think of a different approach or a way to let them know. But if you did, because it did seem like you've changed this midway of your life, there probably will be a lot of accidental, you know, callings, as in they might forget to call you with your preferred pronouns. But you know, don't be too harsh on them, because it's something that you mentioned that you also changed midway. So maybe they might need more time to get used to. But at the same time, yeah, you know, you just have to start trying to even know what to fear, right? So again, it's more easier said than done, but I guess for this one is you gotta start trying to see what happens, what people's reactions are. You can always be scared of people's reactions, but you never know until you try, right? Okay. I'm just gonna go over. Okay, I'm gonna go over some of the lighter questions that don't require me to answer. So we have a submission called, "What's the best computer to get for good gaming streaming?" I'm probably not the best person to be asked this. There's probably a lot of websites or YouTube videos or anything that describes this better. So I would probably redirect you to something in that in that sense. Roscoe, thank you so much for the raid. We had a good stream with, I think it was Gale, right? You were playing the Untitled, was it Untitled Goose Game? I think so. Have you guys had fun? Did you guys finish the whole game? Did you guys finish? I hope you guys finished the whole game. I also played that, I think like 2 weeks ago. It was like 1 or 2 weeks ago. Ted and Shirley played. I don't know about Roscoe and Gale. Who the fuck is that? That's crazy. It's a whole fever dream. Damn. Should I watch the VOD? Maybe I should. But yeah, welcome on in. Today, my name is Dr. Umbrage. We're doing Cosmic Counsel, where I give you any type of advice that you are seeking. Ted and Shirley, my Oshis. Are they in Avalon? Are they my new senpais? I don't know. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna lightly just verbally go over these couple of new these questions, because some of them are like not really something that I can answer. They're from New Jersey. New geese senpais. Oh damn, I didn't know I had new geese senpais. That's crazy. But yeah, okay, for these I'm just gonna go over verbally, because the next one says, how do I fix my back pain? Like, seriously feel like an old grandma and my friends keep calling me old. Who do you think I am? A chiropractor? I don't know what you expect. I don't know what you expect me to say for this one, but how do you fix your back pain? Just fix it. Imagine that you're not a old lady anymore, and then you good. You're a doctor, aren't you? Well, I am Dr. Umbrage, but not that kind of doctor. I don't have a degree in that kind of doctor stuff, so yeah. Is it upper or lower back pain? Okay, that's solid. That's a solid question. See, if there were more question, or if the question itself was more detailed, maybe I could have gave better advice. Tiger bomb? Damn, chat giving better advice than me. But again, you know, if you're giving these questions, it needs to be more detailed. You need to say how old you are. You need to say, you know, what you're doing for work. Are you picking up heavy stuff for work? Do you crouch a lot? You need to give me all these juicy details for me to be able to give you some sort of advice. Yeah. Bruh, literally the two next questions are, Nayu, give me advice on how to learn Japanese, please, diva. And the next one was, do you have advice on learning Japanese, please, diva? Bruh, this is definitely the same person. What are with some of these submissions? I'm just gonna mark as read for that. Honestly, I've said this before, but if you want to learn a different language, first you need to, you know, show some dedication. As in, learn the fundamentals by yourself. Learn the fundamentals by yourself, and once you understand some of the fundamentals, take it into action. Try to talk with people, communicate with people that can speak the language. Don't be afraid of mistakes. You know, the key is to being able to communicate. It doesn't matter if your grammar is all over the place. As long as you can communicate with the other person, you can tell them what you're feeling or want to do. That's good. That's all you need. They submitted twice, literally. Yeah, I think not being afraid to make mistakes is the biggest key to learning a new language, because this is something that I also kind of struggle with too, because I'm also a perfectionist, so I want to make everything perfect, right? But yeah, that would probably be my tip. Okay, this next submission is more towards a Cosmic Counsel submission, so let's go on to this one. I'm not sure how good of an advice I'll be able to give for this one, but this one says, how do I prevent dead air in conversations? I feel like things to talk about just usually get empty real quick and result in quite an awkward moment at times, which in turns cause me to sometimes not want to start talking to people as I do not know what to ask next and keep the conversation alive. Do you have any tips? So, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm really bad at conversations too, so I don't think I can give you advice for this. If anything, I feel like people like Roscoe could give you advice because, you know, I feel like Roscoe's really good at talking, but I don't think I can give you advice here because I suck at conversations. That's why I don't really do Zatsus too often, because I'm literally this just streaming. But yeah, it really depends on the situation you're in. Like, if you need to make a conversation for work, like business related, you know, conversations, it might be a good thing to pick that up as a skill. But at the same time, I do know a lot of people that are just like this, and I know a lot of people that I would just go and, you know, call, like go in VC and like not talk for 5 minutes, and we're both okay with that because we're just chilling, right? But I do understand where you're coming with the conversations, because this is me too. I'm bad with small talk. I'm like, oh yeah, how's the weather? Oh, it's sunny. Oh yeah, tomorrow it said it was rainy. Oh, on the day after tomorrow it's sunny. Yeah. What'd you eat for breakfast? Oh, toast? Cool. What are you gonna have for dinner? Oh, you don't know yet? Oh, okay. Yeah, literally. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I can give you advice on this because I don't know too. But if you really are looking for advice, I would say there are probably like tutorials on YouTube being like how to become a better conversation starter, whatever, right? So yeah. Oh my gosh, next question is, next submission, how to cure depression. Be happy. Okay. Well, on a serious note, I would say if it's like actual depression, you should probably seek for help. This is something out of my league. Wow, thanks, doctor. We didn't know. You're welcome. Yeah, the key is just be happy. Yeah, wish knew that earlier. You come to the right place. But yeah, if this is actual serious depression, yeah, you might need to get it checked out, because there are like meds for like depression too. And I know people that also, you know, have medication for depression, go to therapy for depression and everything else. I really wish it was at a state to, you know, just be happy. It's not that easy. I would say it honestly, I wouldn't say worked for me, but if you've been following my streams for a while, you know that I always try to, I try to think things in a very open-minded way. And if I do have the opportunity to think of something in a positive way, I do try to think so too. Like, I do think I had or have a very interesting life as an alien. I've had a lot of things, and I don't think it's been the easiest life either. So I don't know how I don't know how I'm coping with this. Maybe I might be messed up. Maybe I might be messed up in the inside. Most likely I am. Maybe. You never know. But yeah. We're all a little messed up in the inside, right? Aren't we? But that's how I've been able to survive this cruel world, so. But yeah, on serious note, if it's like a very bad depression or anything, please get it checked out, since I can't really do anything about that. But also, Sue, thank you so much for the super. Be happy. Yes, be happy. But yeah, real side, you know, it really depends on what degree of depression you have too. Everyone's different. Everyone faces and also acts differently too. So there's no like one specific answer. That's why you probably need to see a professional for that one. Okay, you know what? We've been getting some like serious ones, but also some it's not like it's not serious, but like not serious ones. So we're just gonna mix it in. Now you help. I want to have more cats, but I already have 9 of them. What do I do? Don't get any more cats. End of discussion. It's that easy. You don't do anything. Get 10. Okay, you either get 10 or stay as 9. Yeah. That's the only 2 options that you have. I mean, as long as you have the space and as long as you can afford it. Honestly, 1 more won't hurt. That's so true. 1 more won't hurt. 9, 10, who's gonna tell the difference, right? It's not gonna hurt. Okay. Let's see the next one. Damn. This is kind of sad. It's kind of messed up, but you know, it's kind of like I don't know what to say. Hi Nayu, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Well, I think I did something pretty bad and I don't know what I should do. So a while ago, me and my sister were watching a horror movie and I wanted to tease her. So I got to this position where I was like bent over. You know how the ghosts in movies like to crawl around with their stomach on top. I don't really know the stomach on top. You mean stomach on bottom? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I got into that position and started chasing my sister. And she got scared, so she ran out of the house and she fell on her and got her ankle fractured. I think she's mad at me. You think? And I don't know how to fix things up with her. What should I do? Please help me. Oh, the upside. Oh. Do movies do that? I haven't seen an upside crawling position in a while. Chasing while doing the bridge position. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you think? Mm-hmm. And honestly, this submission was like 2 months ago. This was 2 months ago, so I don't know how you're doing right now. But first say sorry. To be honest, you know, I'm gonna say that it's been 2 months now, so I'm gonna assume that your problem is already sorted out, so I will give no comment. If you're still struggling with this same question, you're screwed. It means that it's been 2 months and nothing happened and your sister's still mad at you, so there's no fixing that. Only time can only time can solve your problems. You might need to wait like a year or two to have her forgive you, but until then you just wait And yeah, if it hasn't been solved yet, that is. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go on to each one. Okay. Okay. Ooh, this is a real topic. So this one says, this has been something that's happened a few times. Whenever anyone I'm close to is struggling, I can never find a way to comfort them. It always makes me feel bad when I see them struggling, but I never seem to be able to do anything, and it makes me so useless. Is there anything I can do? Well, I don't know why I brought this up, because there's nothing much I can give for you as an advice. The only one advice I could give you is if they're struggling through something, I think the best thing that you can do is to listen to what they have to say. Be a good listener. You don't have to necessarily give good advice to them, you know? Not everyone is meant for that, but it's easy to listen. And if you didn't know, humans like to talk. They like to vent. They like to have their conversations or whatever they have to say listened by other people. So being a good listener is a very good skill too. That's good to have. And I don't think you can fuck up being a good listener, right? You just need to be like, yeah, yeah, I feel you. Like, if you're bad at that, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say if you're bad at that. But I believe that you can be, you can try to do that. So, yeah, I guess for this one, that would be my advice. If nothing, if you feel like you're being useless and not being able to do much, just try being a good listener and try to listen out to what they have to say. And if you can think of something good to say, you know, back, you can try. But if not, just listening to what they have and just being like, you know, don't worry. Like I feel you. I'll be with you. You know, if there's anything that I can help, let me know. Like, just that. I think that's good enough. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me see. This is kind of a long one too, so I need to read them before I bring it up. Okay. I think this one works out too. Oh shoot, I pressed it. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go on to the next one we have here. Okay. Hello, Dr. Nayu, Dr. Umbrage. Sorry, it's a long one. I'm in my last year of high school and university acceptance deadlines are approaching. I hope it's still not done because this was 2 months ago, but I'm starting to worry. I'm going down a major career I won't enjoy. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, as it's not like there's another major I want to go into instead. I don't find any major to be that appealing or any career path to be one I particularly want. I don't really have a direction for my future. I put so much work into my academics that it feels like a waste of a lot of time and effort to not pursue higher education. And if I take a gap year, I know I won't end up going back to school. I feel like my life lacks of a lot of passion or interest that usually helps people make decisions about their major. I've gotten the do something you love advice all the time, but there's nothing. I feel like I have to go down this path because it's the most secure and just deal with my possible unhappiness later. So hopefully that my advice will make it in time, but I would say that's understandable. First of all, this is my thought, but university isn't everything. Just because you decided to do a major in university doesn't mean you're gonna go through that path. Okay, this also depends on the country though. It depends on the country. But I feel like a lot of the times, unless it's a specific career, like unless you're going to like law school or something, right? Unless you're going to like a very specific career, I don't think what you major is going to matter as much for your future job. And on top of that, I do agree that I guess going to, it's not guaranteed, but let's say going to uni or going to the normie path that a lot of people go through kind of feels secure, as in like you're doing what everyone or a lot of people do. It's not necessarily needed. You know, there are a lot of successful people that haven't even been to school, so at the end it's up to you. You can also, I mean, it depends on what you value, right? You can get higher education while also trying to figure out what you actually like. For some people it could seem like a waste of money because, you know, you're using a lot of money for going to school, going to uni, while also not knowing exactly what you want. But if you are in the situation that you can afford that, I would say just, you know, try doing that. Just pick a path that you think is interesting. You don't have to go that path. Just pick the path and just, you know, continue with that. And if you do find something that you are interested within the, you know, within the time that you have, try to just shift towards that and do what you want to do. But yeah, this really depends on your situation and the country, but in some countries, being a high school graduate does limit the jobs that you can apply to. Some countries it doesn't really matter, so it really depends on your own situation. But the one advice I would give you is to, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, try not to limit the things that you can do as much as you can. Try not to limit it. Try to have options until you know what you want to do, would be my advice. But also, regardless, good luck. Okay, guys, oh shoot, we're down to 40 submissions. We got this. And I'm assuming there's like another 10. I'm assuming there's around 10 that like are very short and very not too serious. So let's say there's like 30 more, maybe. I see one that's kind of a statement, not really a question. Do you guys want me to read it? It sounds a little bit parasocial, but it says, Nayuta, you'll be surprised, but I have a body pillow of you. You're so cuddly. Also, love your streams. Keep going and following your dreams. Well, thank you. I'm not sure why you submit that to our Dr. Umbrage sessions, but okay. Guys, don't get jealous. You know, I'm here for you guys too. It's okay. You guys don't need to be jealous. There's enough of Dr. Umbrage for everyone else, okay? There's enough of Dr. Umbrage for everyone else. Can they let me know where I got the body pillow though? Hey, buy official merch. Where's my pillow? Bruh. Okay, let's go on to the next one. We have a couple of long ones. Maybe I might do like one or two more. I might do one or two more since, yeah. Let's see. Okay, we can do this one. This is more towards a serious topic too, so. Any official body pillow for Dr. Umbrage? Hey, you don't want one for the one and only Nayuta Umbrage? I think Nayuta Umbrage will be jealous, guys, if you say that to him. Okay. Hi, Dr. Umbrage. First of all, I want to say thank you for the Cosmic Counsel. Your advice is awesome, and the nebulas are also super supportive. I love your streams. You don't relate to this, so it may be a little difficult to give advice. But I'm trans, but I still live with my parents, who I'm 99% sure aren't really supportive of trans people. I know they kind of accept it, but they're not too enthusiastic about the idea. I would like to be able to truly be myself around them as well, but I know that's pretty much impossible. I've considered coming out once I move out, whenever that may be, but I'm scared of the reaction because I really love them and wouldn't want us to stop talking. I'm not sure what I should do. Sorry that this got too long, and thank you so much. So this is a very valid submission. I guess my genuine question would be, so you said that you're trans, but you said you weren't out to your parents. Would they not know by, let's say, your appearance or how you present yourself? Like, I'm assuming if you say that you're trans, like, it would be more visually noticeable to not even like be out, unless like you are visually noticeable but you just didn't let them know. It could be either way. But I guess I can possibly think of myself if I were in your position, and what you're struggling with right now. I would say it really depends on how much you value of being completely open and honest with your family. As in, you know, if you move out and let's say you live a normal life and there's no reason for you to tell them, that's an option too. But if that doesn't make you feel good, as in you want to let them know, either way, how they take it, that's also up to you too. There's also the option of, let's say you're trans, and I'm not sure about your sexual orientation, but let's say you want to get in a relationship with a different person. That could also be a good timing to, let's say, tell your parents, right? Like, it really depends, and it's really up to you how you want to tell your parents and when you want to tell your parents. Like, if there's no reason to tell them right now, and if you're also worried, like, I think it's okay to not tell them yet, right? You can wait until you're ready. If you really want to tell them right now, and if it's something that, you know, you really want them to understand, or like, even if there's a fear of they don't understanding it, you really want them to let them know who you really are, like, that's really up to you. It's not really something that I can be like, you should do this, you should do that. I guess the only thing I would say is it's difficult. I really hope that your parents love you no matter what. Whatever, you know, if you tell them, if you don't tell them, you know, I've seen videos where like people like come out and then their parents are like fuck you, like get out of my house, right? Like that could be a scenario too, which you don't really know until it happens. And that's nothing that we can control, right? That's really nothing that we have any power in. So my advice for this would be just, you know, it depends on how much you really want to let them know, but there's also a timing. So find the right timing if you really want to do it, and hopefully it doesn't conclude in a bad ending, but just prepared that things might not end up how you want it to be. It's always good to just prepare for the worst, right? So that would probably be my advice for this, but I hope that helped. Okay. Maybe last one for today. Let me see. Let me read this before I bring it up. Okay. It's probably gonna be the last one for today. Let me bring this up. Okay. Hi Nayu. Hope you and everyone in chat are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for doing this for all of us. I've known my best friend for 4 years. I met her online and we've been very close. She had started college recently and I've been nothing but supportive and extremely proud of her. Since she had started to grow distant, at first I didn't really say anything about it because I knew she must be busy. I noticed how she would only text me if I texted her first, and our entire conversation would be her talking about her friends or complaining about a guy who she had a crush on. She's my only friend and I'm happy for her, but I realize how alone I am when she talks to me, and it hurts me a lot when we haven't talked for weeks and I've been very sad. She's the closest friend I've ever had and I care a lot about her, but she seems to not care since she hasn't talked to me. I want to tell her my worries, but I'm scared that I'm being dramatic. What do you think I should do? I guess for this situation, this is something that I don't think you have control of. I think this is life, you know, as in, yes, she's been a friend for 4 years, but some people come and go throughout your life, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know? There's a lot of people that I've known throughout my life that, let's say I don't talk to them anymore, but they've taught me something very important or valuable. And I really appreciate that. But I feel like friendships shouldn't be forced. And I think in your situation, this is, sorry for making this like an example, but I think this is a really good example of trying to not be reliant on one single person. It's a really good yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for saying example, but this is what happens when you're too reliant on one single person and have no one else. So my advice for this would be, if you do want to say something, you can say something, but I don't think anything is going to change, because it's pretty clear that she or he or whatever your friend is has their like decision already made of, like, I guess friendship or like boundaries or anything in general. So there's not really much you can say that would change the way that your friend would act, is what I think. So the only thing I would say is, because people come and go, you know, you can still be friends, just maybe not the bestest bestie friend, right? You can just be friends. You can probably find some other friends too. I do understand having like those close friends are very, it means a lot when you have like that one friend that you can rely on, you know, your person. But I feel like for those, you can't really force it. It's something that happens naturally, and it feels good because it also happened naturally too. So if I'm being honest, I'm the type of person because I'm Dr. Umbrage, I'm the type of person that if someone cares for me, I care about them. But if someone doesn't give a fuck about me, I don't give a fuck about them. That's my stance. You know, like, you can tell who the real friends are. You can probably tell who your real friends are. And I only care about those real friends that are there for me when I need them. And for the people that are not really there for me when I need them, like, I can be nice to them, right? And like, they're my friends, but I am not gonna treat them like they're the best friends of the bestie friends of the life or the world, because they aren't. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing either. It's neutral. It's just what it is. So for this person, I would just say, you know, try to make new friends. Try not to be reliant on one singular person, because again, something like this might happen. If they don't treat you like a friend, like a best friend, don't treat them like a best friend too, because you're, you know, friendships need to be neutral and like equal, or I don't think it works out. If it's one-wayed, I think there's too many one-wayed friendships where, like, do you guys remember the older submission from today? It was where like the friend or the person was trying to fit in like these two people that had common interests. It's gonna be like that. Friendships are not there to be forced. It's something that just naturally happens. So if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's not like it's your fault, and it's not like it's their fault. It just happened. So you just have to accept it and move on, even though it might suck. Yeah, even though, you know, you might have a hard time in the beginning. It's better than clinging on something that clearly the other person may not want or like care about. So at the end, do what makes you happy. If you really want to stick with your friendship, you know, with your best friend for 4 years, do it. If that makes you happy, you know, I won't say to not do it. But if you're, you know, worried, if you're stressed, if it's not making you happy, if it's only making you stressed, just drop it. Just treat them how they treat you, you know? You can still be friends. It's not like you don't have to be friends after that. You can be friends, but just don't rely on them too much as, you know, if they don't care about you as much. Would probably be my my take on that one. But yeah. Okay. Wait, let me go through and I'm just gonna I'm gonna clean up some of the messages right now. I'm gonna go through them real quickly, and for some of the very easy ones, I'll just go through them very quickly. There's one that says, Nayuta-san gives me Yuzuru Hanyu vibes, and very positive ones too. Well, I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know. Well, I guess thank you. Mysterious alien son, I need courage to learn to drive. Well, if you need courage to learn to drive, I honestly don't want you on the roads, because I'll be a little bit nervous if someone is very anxious driving next to me or in front of me. So, until you have, you know, until you're comfortable with driving, don't go too far or it might be a little bit dangerous. But, you know, driving a car is not too bad. It's not, you know, it's not that hard. There might be some difficult situations, but yeah, try to not be that scared, or everyone around you will be scared. We have 2 submissions with different emojis being like, how do you deal with life? How do you deal with life? Mark as read, Mark as read. You just deal with it. Yeah. There's not really an answer to that. Everyone's life is different, you know? We're all different in some way, but we all just have to deal with it some way. So the answer is you tackle on whatever comes to you. Whatever life hits you with, you just go for it. You do it. Yeah, you just need to deal with it. There's not really an answer for that. Dr. Umbrage, I'm afraid I can't recover from that Menchibatsu. I've been playing on repeat. Is there any cure for this? Sincerely, a doomed Nebula. There's no cure to that. You are forever a doomed Nebula, and you will be here forever. You will be mine forever. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. I think that's mostly it for the... I think that's mostly it for the lighter questions. Okay. Yeah. I think we can finish the rest of the submissions in the next stream, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Well, yeah. That seems to be it for today. How was the Dr. Umbrage session? If your submissions were included, I hope I somewhat helped you. I hope I somewhat helped you. If anyone wants to make my next stream's thumbnail for Q Remastered, you can do that, because I have to make that from now. You know what? Maybe I might just try to make that on my own. 5 stars as always. Thank you so much. The stream is coming up in 7 hours. Okay, you know what? Yeah. I'm just gonna try to find an art or just use my model. But I hope you guys found that somewhat helpful. You know, at the end, just remember, we're all living, we're all doing our best, or most of us are doing our best. Life is tough. Life is tough, but you know, we're managing. We're managing, we're alive, we're here, and we're doing our best. So let's continue to do our best, right? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today.ゆかさん、メンギフ、ありがとうございます。いつもありがとうございます。Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Thank you, thank you. But yeah. Little Mochis, thank you so much for the gifted membership too. Oh yeah, tomorrow we have a membership stream. We have a membership stream, so if you did get a gift, you guys can join the Chikawa watch along. 明日年始の配信があるので、今ギフトもらえた方は明日の同時視聴一緒に見れますね。Crab, thank you so much for the super. Thank you for the stream. Have a good rest, Otsunayu. Thank you so much too. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, tomorrow is our first Menshi watch along. So, oh, I mean, it's gonna be Nayuta Umbrage's first Menshi watch along, not me. I'm Dr. Umbrage. I'm gonna go back to being busy doctor. Yes. I'm going to be going back to being a busy doctor, but you guys can enjoy with the Nayuta Umbrage. The mysterious alien, yes. Yes. Enjoy your time with the mysterious alien. But I'll be ending here today because I also need to make tomorrow's waiting room, and I also need to sleep so I can wake up in 6 hours. Yes. Joe, thank you so much for the super. Thank you, Dr. Umbrage, for your advice. Gamba to us in tackling life. Have a good rest too. Thank you for the 5-star. Thank you for the 5-star. Thank you, thank you. We'll miss Dr. Umbrage. Well, until I see you guys, whenever I see you guys, because I'm a very busy man. Dr. Umbrage is very busy, so I don't know when I'll see you next time, but maybe I might see you next time. Don't count on it. Maybe if you're lucky. Izanagi, thank you so much for the super. Otsunayu, Otsu, Dr. Umbrage, thank you for helping the Nebbies with another session. Thank you for using the assets too. Thank you for the assets. Have a good rest later. Thank you so much. Thank you for the asset too. Min-san, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Gifted Pog. Gifted Pog. Thank you so much. Also, welcome on into 10 new Nayuta members. Suwa, thank you so much for the gifted membership too. Thank you, thank you. Gifted Pog. Gifted Pog. Another member to the Nayuta. Another member. Gifted Pog. But yeah. っていうことで、明日っていうかもう今日の、日本時間の夜の11時から、旧リマスターやっていくので、明日も早起き頑張るのでよかったらお越しください。感じですね。はい。頑張って、明日はコンビニバイトじゃないので、寝坊ができません。明日はコンビニバイトじゃないので、ちょっと寝坊はできないですが、はい。頑張ります。Joe, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, Wolfie, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Gifted Pog. More watch-alongs. Let's go. Gifted Pog. Thank you so much. It's so funny how no one is using gifted stars anymore. Someone was like, oh yeah, gifted stars might be cute. I was like, you guys can do whatever you want. It's raining gifted. Is it Christmas? Okay. Okay, yeah. I don't know why. I'm like kind of tired now, so I'll be ending here for today. I'll see you guys again in 7 hours ish. 7 hours ish, and then we have a watch along too later on. So I'll see you guys again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The 4th Dr. Umbrage Cosmic Council session. Although again, I say this every time, in 7 hours we're gonna be having a Japanese mainstream, which is, it's gonna be the opposite of our usual streams where the main language is gonna be Japanese. But obviously, you know, if you are an English speaker, don't hesitate to join too, because you're also welcomed. I will be picking up English chats too, and also I'll be commentating in English, just not as the main language. So also the game itself will most likely be enjoyable. Not being, English mained either. So if you do want to stop by, you are always welcome to. Other than that, that is it for Dr. Umbrage. I will see you guys again. Is it okay to ask something about Japanese language in the stream? What do you mean by that? Is it okay to ask something about Japanese language in the stream? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. It's not gonna be, so the Japanese streams aren't gonna exactly be like a Japanese learning stream. So if it's like maybe one question about something, maybe, but if it's gonna be multiple repeating questions about like the meaning of something, maybe not, if that's what you mean. But general questions obviously are going to be okay during stream if it's appropriate and if it fits the situation, the scene too. But yeah, I need to go. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We have a couple more days until the end of the week. Good luck. It's almost Saturday, Sunday. It's almost the weekends. We got this. Start of February. You guys are taking care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good night rest. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. ということでお疲れ様でした。Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.